Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy J-Rock once again. Over here, head on to the job, head to the shop. You get the day started right, see what goes on in life. The day of food service. Man, I want to talk about a little bit, man, about the cons of food service. A lot of people want to know about the pros. The biggest question you always get is, man, is it true? Your first year you can make six figures? And I always tell people, yeah. And a lot of guys don't believe me. I'm like, yeah, it is, man. The research that I have, researched and, talking to other food service drivers and doing the research and working in food service, man. I've seen guys come in, man, the first year, 90 to 100K. Now, so everybody like, oh man. But a lot of things that people don't talk about is the cons. Well, what do you mean by that? Well, the cons, what I mean is, what is the cons? Everybody talk about the pros, making, good money. Some guys have a 5-day work schedule. Some guys do 4-day work schedule. Some guys do 3 long days, 2 long days. So it all depends on where you work at. You have to do your research. Some guys doing ramp. Some guys doing lift gate. Some guys, when they deliver, they working with the lift gate and ramp. So it's all different aspects. But when I mean, what's the cons? The cons is, if you don't mind sacrificing, a lot of times sacrifice your nights. Meaning, if you're working at a company and they deliver overnight, you might start in the evening and you work overnight till in the morning, depending on the route. A lot of times, some of these companies, not all, but y'all do your research. A couple that I know, I've researched about 3 other companies, and some of them have said that like they hire according to the routes that are open. So meaning that, okay, if we got this route over here open, nobody wants to jump on it. So as the routes come open, they hire. They put it on their website, hiring for drivers. If you qualify, you get hired. Put you through orientation, put you through training, train you on that route, or train you on a route for a couple weeks, and boom, here's your route. Boom, there you go. Others that I've researched is, once you get hired, you're on what they call the extra board. Same thing at my job. Once you get hired, you're on the extra board. Where's the extra board? You're the extra board, you're an extra driver. So, meaning, someone calls off, they're going to call you in to run that route. Quite a few people on vacation, and the vacation relief drivers has already picked their routes. They're going to put you on those routes. So basically, you don't have a set route. You are running different routes, most likely every day. Now you might get lucky, and a senior driver knows about you, knows you work hard, know you work good, you come to work on time, your scan order accuracy is great. I mean, you good. So when his partner go on vacation, he might ask for you. So you might be like, oh, okay, what's the good in that? Well, the good in that, one, if he works 2 days a week, even though they're 2 long days, you're going to work his bid. Most likely, you're going to work that week, those 2 days with him. And that's it. So you can plan around your life. Like, okay, you know what? Next week, I'm running so-and-so. He's got a 2-day route. It's a long route. But I'm off Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Alright. I know I got a doctor's appointment. Gotta go get my hair cut. Gotta take my vehicle to the shop. Or I got a 3-day weekend coming up. I'm gonna take my wife out, take my kids on a little trip, staycation, stuff like that. So that's what I mean. Like, it always don't happen like that. But most time when you start in food service, you're gonna be on the extra board. You're gonna be on the extra board. You are going to be, yes, on call. And it can be tough. It ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got a wife and you got kids, and you know, before you start a food service, you work Monday through Friday. You work your, 9 to 5, 8 to 4, 6 to 2, whatever. You're home at night, so you see the kids to bed. You're in the, you get in the bed. You sleep with your wife. Y'all, into the next morning, y'all getting up. Everybody leaving the house all at the same time. Everybody coming home the same time. We sleeping at night, same room. When you get in the food service, that goes out the door. Especially where I work at, it's out the door. My wife works during the day. Kids go to school. I work at night. I've been doing it for 8 years. So most people are like, well, man, I know there's other food service companies where you can work during the day and be home and, night. Why don't you move on? Well, I'm the type of person, man, like, I know what I have where I'm at, okay? I work 4-day shift, 4 days. Monday, Tuesday, I'm off Wednesday. Work Thursday, Friday, I'm off Saturday, Sunday. Been doing that for the longest. I'm making no less than $100,000 a year. Made 106 last year. 111 last year. The year before I made 106. So, the money's there, and I have a good reputation. So that's another thing, man. A lot of people like to, hop from different food service to different food service. Do it's all the same. I can leave here, go U.S. Foods. It might be good. Work during the day. It's all the same. When I mean all the same, as far as the warehouse, you know what I'm saying? You ain't getting no perfect load. You know what I'm saying? You might get halfway there, but you ain't getting no perfect load. You're not gonna go to a food service, especially where you're ramping and you got multiple stops, where you ain't gonna dig. You going to dig. Only way you won't dig if you going out with, say, 6-7 stores and everything's palletized. Everything palletized. So you pulling the pallets off, everything is there. But other than that, each pallet goes to one store. You know what I'm saying? So you might go to this store. They got 2 pallets of freezer, 2 pallets of cooler, 3 pallets of dry. Pull it all off, stage it, break it down, run in with a hand cart. But other than that, when you ramping, dog, you're going to dig. You're going to have pallets out of sequence. It's going to be times where you're going to have late dispatch because maybe the warehouse didn't want to show up today. They didn't want to show up and do they didn't want to come to work. So now we got short staff. And you're like, man, you come in like, come on, man, what's going on? That's the nature of the beast, man. But I always tell folks, man, if you want to make good money, quick money, and you catch that, quick money, and you see I didn't say easy. because it's not easy. Quick money, and you're just getting out of school, getting your CDL. Do your research. There are food service companies out here that will hire you with no experience. Put you through training, then put you out though. Where I work at, now, they used to hire with no experience, so as long as you have CDL and whatnot. But now, if you come in, now you got to have some type of food service experience. So if you come in, you got a CDL, and say you got a year of food service experience, they'll put you in as a driver helper for 6 months, 8 months, to make sure that you can handle it. Make sure, that you're good. And then after that, they see you solid, you sticking it out. All right. Next orientation class we have for drivers, we're going to put you in it. I see it all the time. Then if you come in as a helper, be a driver helper, I think you stay, I don't know if it's 6 months to a year, go get your permit. Cisco is giving, they are allowing, the helpers become drivers. They have a school on site at the Cisco facility that I don't know how long it is. I don't know if it's 4 weeks. I'm not sure. But that's what I'm saying. Like, so if you don't mind working, it's going to be hard at first. But once you get used to it, you get into the rhythm. One of the hardest things is overnight. It's hard working overnight and then getting off in the morning, trying to sleep during the day when everybody's at work or school. It's one of the hardest things, because your body is used to sleeping at night. That's another con. It's not easy work. It's hard work. And if you don't mind the hard work, it pays off in the long run. I mean, I've seen guys come here, work 6 months, when he got his own dually, bought a trailer, doing hot shot. He been gone last 3 years. I've seen guys come in, work a couple years, when they got their own truck, paid cash for it, on the road. Or I've seen guys come and go, stack their bread up, get out of debt, and say, you know what? I'm done with food service. I'll go do LTL. I'll go do freight. Or I'll just get out of the trucking game, period, to do something else. But I got my money stacked. I got my debt paid off. I'm good. So, another con is no one is out to save you in this food service game. Dude, everybody has a job. Supervisors, managers, they all got a job, man. Come to work, get your paperwork, get your tractor trailer, do your pre-trip, post-trip, hit that road, be very professional, because I always think about it, dog. Guys and girls, if we don't have the customers, we got no job. Now, if you don't want to throw cases, work that hard, you can go OTR, where you bumping dogs. But I always tell people, man, you want to make good money, you don't mind working hard for it, you don't mind, sacrificing, home time, because like I said, some of these routes are long. Some of these routes you go on 30 plus hours. Getting the food service. Last con. You're going to work on holidays. Only holidays that we are off is Christmas, Thanksgiving. So you be like, what? Nah, you lying, no. Actually, you know what? Take that back. We work Christmas. We're off Christmas Eve. But we're off Christmas Day. Thanksgiving Day. So if you are an individual that's always believed in all these holidays and always had these holidays off, do not get yourself in the food service, because you're going to be very disappointed. You know, New Year's come around, you're working. New Year's Day, you're working. You're off New Year's Eve. Christmas Eve, you're off. Christmas Day, you're working. 4th of July, Labor Day, Memorial Day, you're working. I have been working all those days I have just told you about for the last 8 years. Christmas Day, New Year's Day, Memorial Day, Labor Day. I've been working. Granted, you get paid extra, you get your route pay plus your holiday pay, but I've worked those. So when your family and friends are hanging out, oh man, you know, you can bring in Christmas in with them. But if your route falls on Christmas, you got to work that night. You know, I got a phone call. I had a call come in. But if your route falls on those Christmas night, you got to work. Unless Christmas falls on Saturday. Christmas falls on Saturday, we don't no routes going on Saturday. Other than that, you got to work. So while friends and family out having fun, drinking, partying, just mingling, you got to cut it short. Hey, I got to go home and get some rest. I got to work. So like I said, if you can't handle that, don't get in the food service. Because people gonna eat. People gotta eat. People gotta eat. If the restaurants are open on certain holidays and you close down your DC every holiday, how they gonna be able to make a profit? So think about that before you get in the food service. Just think long hard about a few things I said, the cons. You know what I'm saying? About food service. I'll make another video about the pros. There's a few pros. Probably everybody knows, but there's a few pros about it. But like, subscribe, leave me a comment, hit me up if you got any questions about getting into the food service game. I've been in the food service for 8 years. I've been in trucking. I'm 42 years old. I've been in trucking since I was 18. So when it comes to delivering, I know a lot. So like you said, like, subscribe, have a blessed day. I'm out.